Hello, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Friday, August 30th, 2019. We're using Bonefire Tarot for our message today. Our card from the bottom of the deck. Theme in the day is the devil. Ooh. This is not a card we see often. I once read in a tarot book, temperance comes before the devil in tarot. And I once read in a description of the devil that when we fall from the grace of temperance's angel, we land in the devil's lap. And we end up repeating profound life lessons as a result of that, because the emotional wave within the ego story rises, and it is so profound in that moment that it feels very real, and we start to believe that story again, and we end up repeating the lesson and the healing. So if that happens, allow it, roll with it, go with it. Don't be hard on yourself, because that's an energy drain to you. And that's another message of the devil, draining energies. And also a message when the devil shows up too is to really be mindful of your environment and those in it, the people that are in it. The devil will point out the energy of it, the energy vampires, the ones who would just suck the light from you. Now, we've had a couple of weeks worth of messages of making choices and decisions, being discerning, really staying in our heart space on our super stable foundation, great manifestation energy around us. And there can be individuals in our environment who are not supportive of this, who don't see this, who do not celebrate this with us. And as we come into contact with them, there's the potential for them to lean into the light that we are and want to pull from that. And the devil reminds us to be sovereign to ourselves. Consider it. Let's see what it connects to. The moon. Oh, I love this card. Two major arcanas on the table. The moon is the unknown becoming known, flooding in through your intuitive gift, however that presents for you. The moon is, I love this. I love it. It's connected for me to temperance. So we're just talking about temperance. The moon is a bit of alchemy for me, because it's borrowed light of the sun. It's the sun that lights the moon, and it casts such an interesting glow on the world for us. And the sun will show us everything in stark clarity, but the moon has shadows and silvery light, and we get a different perspective. We have a completely different field of vision in which to look at our world. And as we do that, our intuitive gifts open up and expand, and we know something we did not know before. I love that. This card gets a bit of a bad reputation for darkness in terms of you don't see something coming. But with your intuition wide awake, how could you miss it, right? The unknown becomes known. You will see exactly what is important for you to see here. Also, we have the Ace of Cups in this card, and it is spilled over the moon. So our Ace of Cups, which has shown up in a lot of different ways in the readings lately, is pouring into our life. This is the broadcast that we are. This is in the ripple effect for the love that we are, and it's poured into our intuitive gifts today through the moon. So anything that presents from the devil card in the form of a draining circumstance, experience, situation, or individual, this will be revealed beautifully in our intuition. We will know exactly how to handle that, how to process that, how to be present with it on our stable foundation, and will remain sovereign to our energy. This can play out in a lot of different ways for us. We could become engaged in the day, but it's our self-mastery that will serve us best by returning back to our heart space, by returning to our Ace of Cups, by listening to, paying attention to the signs in our environment, and, of course, the sensitivity of our intuition. Let's see what's next. Justice, another major arcana card. That's Libra, air energy, thought processes. So yes, it's good to have justice alongside the devil here, because justice will point out to us if we get into a mental trap. We'll notice that we're out of harmony, out of balance, and we'll tip the scales back in a positive direction. So when we see the Justice card, we are reminded again of stability in our stable foundation, and we are empowered by this energy. This is what I'm talking about with remaining sovereign to the self. You can get upset by X, Y, or Z, whatever that is. You can linger there too. That's where the energy drain will come from. And then you'll come to your senses again, your intuitive senses. And remember that you are super stable. You are in a phase of self-mastery, and your integrity, emotional and otherwise, is super important to you. And that's where you're going to come back to, in the center of your own self. Next. Ooh, a repeat for us, the Eight of Coins. Again, not a card we see often, but we've had this card this week, and it is a card of self-mastery, and it's so beautifully placed right there next to Justice. So keep doing what you're doing, no matter what shows up in this card today. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working for you. It's rewarding to you in the now, and it will be rewarding to you in the oncoming. And remember that anything that comes off this Devil card can stay as long as you invite it and entertain it. All right, let's take a look at angel answers. I know. These cards are intense lately. We've had a lot of major arcanas. We've had a lot of eights reminding us of our foundation and how far we've come in our journey. The wands have shown us that, and the coins showing us our process of self-mastery. So when these devilish moments and experiences and people appear, we're able to follow the intuition, balance the energy in the experience, and maintain the mastery of our journey. Okay, first is, oh, it's up to you. Yes, it is. This shows up. It's up to you to balance those scales. All right, next. Remaining positive, of course. Always helpful, right? Yeah, stay positive. I've mentioned before that when we see the major arcana cards, they have I'm hesitant to use time, but I'm going to use time. They have a length of time on them that is perceived longer than anything in the minor arcana card. So, meaning it's an energy that can stick around for a while. And here we have the It's Up to You card. It's up to you to change the energy, to balance the scales. You know, this devil energy can stick around, as I just said, for as long as you entertain it. How long do you want to entertain it? And because it's a major arcana card and it's got some staying power to it, how profoundly are you affected by these devilish moments in the day, or when engaged in an experience with another individual? How quickly do you want to return to your positive and stable foundation? Most of us are going to say immediately. But the devil does have value in the reading, in that he will show you, or the card will show you, a lesson that perhaps requires some refinement, a quality within you that requires some refinement. So there's value in what the devil shows us today. And it's how we respond to it. Maybe not react to it in an emotional and ego type of way. Let's respond to it with positive energy and love and compassion for the self. And say, all right, okay, I intuitively know there is a lesson here for me to repeat, to refine, to go over, and it adds to my self-mastery, which adds to my long-term happiness. Next. This one again. Look for a sign. Yeah, they're everywhere. This card keeps showing up for us. Which I like. It's great support to us. Look for a sign. It's numbers, it's conversation, it's repetition, it's patterns. They're everywhere. I feel like one more. I think I've done 4 of these almost every day this week. So why not again, right? And here we have another repeat. Big happy changes. And remember, it's the happy that makes the big change. So remain positive, look for signs, know it's up to you. And when or if the devil shows up for you, pay attention to your intuition, balance that energy, embrace the lesson that comes with this, and stay strong. Next card, last card, is our affirmation from the universe has your back. Oh, how fascinating. I witness the darkness, devil, and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. How perfect a summary to the reading. All right, everybody, have a beautiful weekend. As I mentioned to you yesterday, I am working on the September monthly readings, having a great time with those. Can't wait to publish them for you. So be on the lookout for those very soon. Please like, share, subscribe here on the channel. Leave a comment if you're guided. And have a beautiful Friday and a beautiful weekend. I'll be back very soon with our next message. Peace, love, joy, happiness, blessings.